Biafra cannot be declared in Sokoto. Now, you people should pay attention to all their activities. They attack whoever that calls for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are now giving another strategy to people not to go to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in prison, saying that if they go to Sokoto to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, DSS will take their BVN, take their NIA, etc. They want to...
Hold it there, my sister. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you're hearing me from. There are some things people don't understand about what happened yesterday, the declaration, call it Sokoto declaration. But let me throw more light into it because some people may not understand. Do you know that what happened yesterday is Biafra recognition? Maybe you are not aware, right? Biafra have been recognized by a foreign national, ex-mayor of United States of America. He is not, in that declaration, he is not alone. That is one thing you must understand. Listen to me and listen good. There is politics these people are playing. Yes, some people might come and begin to bash me now. Oh, I said Trump cannot give us anything. Trump cannot do this. And one monkey, for that matter, is commenting on one of you that posted yesterday, calling me all manner of names. Hey, young man, I don't know you. Whether you are young, you are old. But since you remember me to call me all manner of names, yes. He who must come to equity must come with a clear hands. My duty here is to react to videos. Whether Trump said A or say B or say C. So maybe you are mistaking me for Rufai Oseni, or mistaking me for Dr. Abati, or Sehun Okunbalaya of Channels Television. Maybe that is what you are mistaking me. Thunder go fire your man. You that made that comment yesterday. Thunder will go fire your generation. Okay, me warm up na Ijebode. Since on don't get whether you be young or you old, you just enter internet. Anybody you see, you begin to abuse. Kete pa ya wabu digging and neg na naga. Kete pa ya wabu chore nchadi. If you don't know, if you don't have course, you don't know how to address people on the internet, then you better go and learn. Maybe you mistaking me to be your useless father. Okay, we start the internet. You are idiot. You said Trump this, you said Trump that. Thunder name way break, get hit you. Since you don't have respect, useless people. Okay, let me back to the main business of the day. Come, if you are a business of anywhere you see people now, begin to inside them on internet. My brother, one day hand will go touch you. Don't worry. So if they see them for internet, you go just jump internet, begin to comment and abuse people anyhow, and then they track them. Most of them have been fired because of nonsense comment them on the internet. Most have been kidnapped, and most have been taught the lesson of their lives. Don't worry. Now, if they comment right, no problem. I never get your time. When I get your time, I will get you where you are. Don't worry. Okay, what happened yesterday in Sokoto, titled Sokoto Declaration, is just to solidify the 29th of November 2024 Biafra redeclaration in Latte, Finland. Yes, DOS is now fighting in tooth and nail to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains where they are. If you went to their live program where they are kind of interacting, then you will see the mindset of the people you call DOS, whether they are present member or ex-DOS. Because they say, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. Yes. Is it not in one of their program on X that I stumbled one idiot who said that he paid $450? Why others are telling him no, what we paid is $350. And he said that instead of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu not to come out to give him that money, he better Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to remain in Sokoto prison. That is the mindset of these DOS members, and they are showcasing it on daily basis. When you talk, they say, "Oh, DOS have been an organization that have built. That's why man IPOB cannot fall." My brother, who told you that nonsense? Who is telling you that nonsense? Don't worry, that clip he just finished. He just hear small, I will download the clip and attach it on this video. Just give me some minutes of your time and then you will see the video. So please, bear with me. Look at what is happening. That redeclaration of yesterday, he call it Sokoto declaration. No, that is just a kind of politics they want to use to solidify the Biafra that have been already declared. Because you cannot tell me by the time on we declare Biafra, then And the other hand again, Nnamdi Kanu will begin to declare Biafra again. You don't know what happened. Mike Arnold is working directly with the government of USB. So what happened yesterday, titled Sokoto Declaration, I'm just trying to throw more light because some people will begin to ask these questions. I thought Biafra was declared in 2024. You know, with this, there are nonsense arguments and insults. Somebody will come to message you post. You can't even make a single point. You just abuse. The reason why they are abusing us online. Anywhere you see people now in obedience camp now say anything about Tunumbu and abuse, all you know like they are Igbo people. They are Igbo people. That is exactly the point, because anywhere you see us now, just come on to make a constructive argument. We failed woefully, only to abuse people. If I make mistake on any broadcast, all you need to do is just direct me, bro. This is not the way. You give me solution to tackle the problem. No. Now to abuse my entire generation and even including my own mama. It is well. Okay. Let me just take a few comments, okay? And then I'll allow you to see the clip. Please, bear with me. Let me just take a few comments. Obin Egu said, as far as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in prison, he is still the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Nothing can change that. And he have not collected any bribe. God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and God bless IPOB family. One love. Okay, moving forward, we have God's Vessels. Did Mike Arnold declare Biafra? Somebody replied, said, watch this video and stop asking stupid questions. Of course, they have to ask stupid questions. Obinna Egu said, DOS is a criminal. They are terrorists that is working for Nigeria government. What we know is IPOB and the leader of the IPOB is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, one last comment and then I will allow you to see the clip. Ezekiel Honor said, my dear, on this journey toward the promised land, God will surely shift and separate those who fail to recognize when they have been overtaken by events and those who imagine they can outsmart the very God who raises and opinions leaders at the frontiers of history. We have seen this before. Some of our ancestors during the exodus from Egypt to the promised land spent their time complaining, sabotaging the divine mission and the longing for the cucumbers and the comforts of captivity rather than embracing the sacrifices required for their freedom. So my people, I will not go any longer, but I will allow you to just watch the clip, what happened yesterday in Sokoto's declaration as it been titled. So, and at the end of it, please endeavor to share your own view and drop your own voice. Please, drop your own thoughts at the comment section of this video. I will see you again on our noise publications. Happy Sunday once again. Kachineke Mezioku.
Fellow Biafrans, I want you to pay attention to the Sokoto declaration made by Mike Arnold. This was a declaration between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mike Arnold. But do you know that the DOS started attacking the Sokoto declaration, saying that Biafra cannot be declared in Sokoto? Now, you people should pay attention to all their activities. They attack whoever that calls for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are now giving another strategy to people not to go to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in prison, saying that if they go to Sokoto to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, DSS will take their BVN, take their NIA, etc. They want to isolate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu completely. Now, Mike Arnold came out today, being the 30th of May, a day that all Biafrans are commemorating our heroes. Do you know that the DOS have started attacking Mike Arnold, saying that Mike Arnold cannot declare Biafra, a foreigner cannot declare Biafra, etc., etc. Now, I want you to know that these people are not fighting for Biafra. You cannot fight for Biafra and at the same time attacking the Sokoto declaration. Pay attention, watch the video and tell me what is wrong in what Mike Arnold did that the DOS find offensive. They are attacking it. Tell me what is wrong. If you don't use now to start using your tongue to count your teeth and run away from these people, your name is sorry. IPOB under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because IPOB is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that founded it. So So there is no IPOB without Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now I want to tell you, IPOB under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only IPOB that we have. There is no two IPOB. IPOB cannot have a faction. There is only one IPOB. That IPOB is IPOB under the leadership of the supreme leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the founder of IPOB and the director of Radio Biafra. Any other person telling you that IPOB under DOS is these are people that are trying to hijack IPOB. There is no faction in IPOB. They are no longer IPOB members. Our leader brought them in, put them in position, appointed them. He has also removed them. They are no more. You guys are going to hear it very soon. You will see it by yourself. IPOB, the DOS is a structure. The individuals working in that structure, they will leave. They are going to go because they are no longer interested in working with the man that put them in position. So let them go and look for another leader or form their own. It's as crystal clear as ABC. Now, I want you to watch the video. What crime has Mike Arnold committed to warrant the DOS to be attacking him? Do you think these people want freedom? Now, Chinasa Nworu is calling for war, that you people should get ready for war. The question I want to ask, those of you saying that Biafra cannot be declared by a foreigner, is it in Kuwait that Chinasa wants to fight the war? Is it on social media that Chinasa wants to fight the war? The man, you cannot see his face, you don't know him, is the one calling you to go and fight war. Tell him to lead from the forefront. Listen, watch the video and speak by yourself. Comment on the comment section. Do you think Mike Arnold has committed any crime that warrants DOS to be attacking him? Biafrans, wake up. Stand with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because he meant well for you.
We come from different worlds. One of us, Mazi Nnamdi Okwu Kanu, was born in Biafra as a Biafran and now sits in a prison cell built to silence him. The other, Mike Arnold, was born in the United States of America, where this declaration is being delivered, and has crisscrossed the ocean 16 times because what he saw here would not let him leave. We do not walk the same road, yet we have arrived at the same conviction. Today we speak as one to every person of conscience on this land, every tribe, every region, every faith. We share one enemy and one future. When darkness covers a people, when truth-tellers are jailed, when a government's full-time work is hiding mass graves, that is the hour when boldly speaking truth can topple tyrants and set the people free. That hour is now. It is time to rise. The hour demands it. The scale of suffering is staggering. Hundreds of thousands killed in recent decades alone. Millions displaced from their ancestral homes. The darkness has many faces. The historical legacy of jihadist conquest, Boko Haram, ISIS affiliates, armed Fulani militias, lobbyists in Washington, and tyrants in Aso Rock who enriched themselves while denying the dead. By 1900, the Sokoto Caliphate was among the largest slave societies in modern history. The genocidal Biafran Nigerian War claimed some 3.6 million lives, according to official estimates, with Irish missionaries putting the figure closer to 5 million, many through starvation. Since 2009, credible reports document more than 180,000 deaths. More than 19,000 churches burned or destroyed, and the displacement of as many as 10 to 12 million people from their ancestral homes. Children grow up in squalid camps the regime denies exist, surrounded by the ideology that murdered their parents. This is not farmer-herder conflict, not climate change, not a misunderstanding. This is conquest, one of the longest patterns of targeted violence and displacement in modern history. It ends now. The violence is not inevitable. It is the result of choices that can be confronted and reversed by the sovereign will of the people. We hold these truths. Every human being on this land, every tribe, every tongue, every faith, is made in the image of God and possesses inherent dignity and the right to life, liberty, and self-determination. Every person has the right to live in peace in the home of their fathers. The displaced must return home. Their safe return and full restoration come before all other national work. Until they are home safe, with justice and restitution, nothing else is finished. We acknowledge without hesitation or qualification the pain, suffering, and injustice endured by the oppressed of every tribe, every ethnic group, and every region across this land. No community holds a monopoly on grief. From north to south, east to west, millions have borne the weight of violence, corruption, neglect, and broken promises. Their blood, their tears, and their stolen futures cry out for justice, just the same. They too are entitled to freedom, dignity, and security, no less than any Biafran, no less than any Nigerian. We do not seek liberty for our one people alone, but for all who suffer under injustice. The society we demand is one rooted in freedom, equity, justice, fairness, and the uncompromising supremacy of the rule of law. These ideals are not optional. They are irreducible, non-negotiable, and the minimum standard we demand from those who govern and from ourselves. A government is legitimate only with the consent of the governed. When it arms killers, bulldozes camps of displaced citizens, and pays foreign press agents to deny mass graves, it has lost the right to govern. Self-determination is not a crime. It is a fundamental, inalienable right enshrined in the supreme law of the land and in binding international instruments solemnly ratified by Nigeria herself. Nigeria's constitution, the apex legal instrument of the Federal Republic, declares in unambiguous terms that sovereignty and power belong to the people, not to any cabal that looted and rigged its way to Abuja. Beneath the Constitution sits the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, which occupies the second highest position in the hierarchy of Nigerian law. What makes this even more damning is an innocuous but explosive provision in Nigeria's own Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022. Section 2, subsection 3F expressly provides that any act which constitutes a breach of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights is, by that very fact, an act of terrorism under Nigerian law. Let the world hear this clearly. Article 20 of the African Charter guarantees the right of self-determination, and the continued systematic violation of this right against Biafrans and all other Nigerians, including the persecution and imprisonment of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, places the Nigerian state in direct, self-inflicted violation of its own anti-terrorism legislation. The regime that accuses others of terrorism is itself culpable of inflicting terrorist acts upon a people peacefully demanding their God-given and constitutionally protected rights. A free vote is not violence. Speaking truth is not terrorism. It is the denial of these rights that constitutes the real terrorism. No ideology that demands death for words, death for faith, or death for tribe has any claim on the future of this land or any other. The wealth under this ground belongs to the people who live on it. Every barrel taken under cover of massacre is theft. Every kilogram of ore dug from under the homes of the displaced is soaked in innocent blood. Every dollar that flows to foreign accounts while children starve is theft. No one is coming to save us. No outside power will hand us our freedom. No foreign capital will grant us our wishes. Waiting for rescue is colonial thinking, a habit of the chained mind. The world may help. It may not. We do not wait. Power is never given. It is built. It is taken. The cost. Freedom is not free. It never has been. It will not be now. Those who broke the chains of apartheid did not do it by waiting. Those who faced dogs and hoses in Birmingham did not do it by hoping. Those who walked to the sea at Dundee did not do it by asking permission. They counted the cost. Many paid it. The world changed. Now is the hour for this land. How we fight determines what we build. We do not call for violence or vengeance. We do not call for chaos. We reject the methods of those we oppose, because no true freedom has ever been won with unjust hands. But we are not pacifists. Every people has the God-given right to defend its life, protect its families, and secure its communities, with overwhelming lethal force if the moment demands it. We affirm that right without apology and without condition. Peace is not passivity. Peace is strength under restraint. We reject not force, but unjust aggression. We refuse revenge that poisons every cause it enters. There's a wide line between defending the living and becoming what we oppose. Know that line. Walk it. Hold it. We call for courage to name evil in your village, your church, your house, your government, in your own thoughts when fear whispers that silence is safer. We call for real unity. Every soul of conscience on this land suffers under the same darkness. Do not let it continue to divide us. Stand together or fall apart alone. To our Biafran brothers and sisters, public infighting must end. Every perceived division among you is a gift to the darkness. Every faction fighting another faction is doing the enemy's work for him. You are never each other's enemies. The cause is too great, the cost too high, the hour too late. Unite under one sense of purpose, or risk surrendering the future you seek to build. We call for courageous, coordinated, disciplined, and unrelenting resistance. Peaceful where possible, defensive where necessary. In the streets, at the ballot box, in every international forum, in every courtroom that will hear the evidence, in every church and mosque silent too long. Online and on the ground, darkness rules by your silence and fear. Withdraw both. We call for the transformation of governance in this land. The people must assert their sovereign will through coordinated, disciplined, and unrelenting pressure. Change must come via the peaceful but unstoppable force of a unified people, supported by moral clarity and, where possible, international oversight. Through legal and democratic action, through an internationally supervised process for a new constitutional framework and genuine self-determination, through the kind of moral force that has stopped tyrants before and will topple them again. We call on the world, every government, every faith, every human rights body, every person of conscience, to stand with the people of this land, not with the evil regime, with its people. Understand, we will not wait for you, and we will remember. Stand with us today, or watch us rise without you. To those who hold power, history is watching, and it is not kind to those who choose the wrong side of it. Pharaohs do not win in the end. They never have. You know this. Behind the lobbyists and the propaganda and the billions stolen from the ground while your own people starve, you know this. To those in authority, history shows that no regime built on fear, division, and plunder endures forever. The path of repentance and reform remains open. Choose justice over power, accountability over impunity, and the healing of this land over its continued bleeding. This regime once put on the record, starvation is a legitimate weapon of war, and we have every intention of using it. Only the methods have changed. The blockade became burned villages. Bombs became bulldozers. The darkness continues. In Europe, the right side ended the Holocaust, wrote the history books, and the world was forced to reckon. Here, the wrong side won, and the world has never reckoned with the millions murdered. That reckoning starts now. The question is not whether this land will be free. It will be free. The only question is, what will it cost and who will answer for what was done? What freedom looks like. Wherever the people of this land have been free, they rise. In medicine, law, engineering, finance, the arts. Among the most educated and entrepreneurial people on earth, they do not merely survive, they excel. But it is not happening here because the darkness won't let them. Break it and watch what happens. The North, liberated from the grip of terror, its people free at last to build rather than conquer. The Middle Belt healed, its dead remembered, its living come home, its farms restored, its churches rebuilt. The South rising, its resources belonging at last to those who live on the ground. A new constitutional order written by the people through genuine consent that respects self-determination while enabling cooperation. When this land is free, the people will not merely survive. They will lead. The benevolent giant of Africa, a multi-ethnic democracy rooted in peace, righteousness, and human dignity, putting $1 trillion of God-given wealth to work for its people and for the world. No longer a burden or a threat, a partner, a beacon to every people still waiting for their own long night to end. The free world needs this land free. The land needs the free world to finally show up, not for oil, not for minerals, but for its people. This is not a dream. It is what these people already are, everywhere they are free. Let us finally bring that freedom home. To the people, gird yourselves. The road is not short. It is not easy. Count the cost and be willing to pay it anyway. The cost of surrender is higher. It always is. Be the good ones. Be the honest ones. Be the ones found on the right side when this is over and the true history is written. Do not become what you oppose. Do not let this cause be captured by hatred, by tribalism, or by the hunger for power and personal gain that corrupts every movement that forgets its founding purpose. The cause is life. The cause is liberty. The cause is the right of every human being on this land to live in peace in the home of their fathers, to worship freely, to vote freely, to build freely. That cause is worth everything. Bring the displaced home. End the killing. Break the darkness. Draw the boundaries of peace by consent, by the voice of the people, the only authority that matters. The long night is ending. Let us stand together, not in hatred or narrow tribalism, but in defense of life, liberty, and the right of every human being to live in peace in their ancestral lands, to worship freely, and to build a future of dignity. May the God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Arodi, Areli, and Eri, who delivered Israel from Pharaoh, grant us wisdom, courage, restraint, and unity to deliver his people once again.